Young Thug sentenced, the shocking outcome. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into a major story that's been making headlines, the sentencing of rapper Young Thug. This isn't your average celebrity legal drama, it's a complex case with major implications. So buckle up, because this is going to be one wild ride. It all started back in May 2022, when Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffery Lamar Williams, was arrested on sweeping RICO charges in Georgia. Alongside fellow rapper Gunna and over 20 others, Young Thug was accused of being a member of a criminal street gang called Young Slime Life, and of using the rap collective as a front for illegal activities. The 56-count indictment alleged a vast criminal enterprise, including murder, armed robbery, and drug dealing. Prosecutors claimed Young Thug had used his music and the YSL label to promote the gang's violence and criminal behavior. It was an earth-shattering set of charges for one of the biggest rap stars in the world. The trial was a media spectacle, with Young Thug's celebrity status only adding to the frenzy. Prosecutors presented mountains of evidence, everything from song lyrics to private text messages that they said proved Young Thug's involvement in the gang's activities. The defense, on the other hand, argued that the prosecution was unfairly criminalizing Young Thug's art and his associations. They claimed the rapper's lyrics were just creative expression, not confessions of real-life crimes. It was a classic clash between the government's sweeping RICO strategy and the defense's free speech arguments. And with Young Thug facing the possibility of life in prison, the stakes couldn't have been higher. After weeks of intense testimony and legal wrangling, the jury finally reached its verdict in early January 2024. And the outcome was nothing short of stunning. Young Thug was found guilty on a total of 8 counts, including conspiracy to violate the RICO Act, participation in criminal street gang activity, and possession of illegal firearms. But crucially, he was acquitted of the most serious charges, including murder, armed robbery, and drug trafficking. In the end, the jury seemed to buy the defense's arguments to some degree, agreeing that Young Thug's lyrics and associations weren't necessarily proof of direct criminal involvement. But they still believed he was culpable as a leader and facilitator of the gang's activities. With the verdict in, the focus then shifted to the sentencing phase. And this is where things took another unexpected turn. On the day of the sentencing hearing, the courtroom was packed with Young Thug's family, friends, and high-profile supporters. Everyone was on the edge of their seats, waiting to hear how much time the judge would hand down. The prosecutor gave a scathing argument, painting Young Thug as a dangerous, unrepentant criminal who deserved the maximum possible sentence. They pushed for 30 years to life in prison, stating that anything less would be a miscarriage of justice. But then the defense team took the floor. And they had a surprise up their sleeve. Leading Young Thug's defense was legendary attorney Bernie Cohen, known for his creative and unconventional legal strategies. And on this day, Cohen had a rabbit to pull out of his hat. He presented the court with a trove of evidence, medical records, psychological evaluations, and expert testimony, all pointing to a stunning revelation: Young Thug had been struggling with severe mental health issues for years, including bipolar disorder and PTSD. The defense argued that Young Thug's criminal involvement was inextricably linked to his untreated mental health problems. They claimed the rapper had been self-medicating with drugs and surrounding himself with a toxic environment, all while his condition spiraled out of control. Most crucially, the defense team said Young Thug had been making great strides in treatment since his arrest, and was now committed to getting the help he needed. They pleaded with the judge to show leniency and opt for a rehabilitation-focused sentence, rather than decades in prison. The judge listened intently, clearly grappling with the competing arguments. On the one hand, the gravity of the crimes committed under the RICO statutes. On the other, the mitigating factors of Young Thug's mental health struggles. After a lengthy deliberation, the judge delivered the final sentence. And it was nothing like what anyone had expected. Instead of the 30 years to life that the prosecution had demanded, the judge sentenced Young Thug to just 7 years in prison, with an additional 5 years of probation. The judge acknowledged the seriousness of the charges, but ultimately sided with the defense's argument that rehabilitation should be the priority, given Young Thug's mental health history and his recent progress in treatment. The courtroom erupted in shock and disbelief at the lenient sentence. Prosecutors were apoplectic, vowing to appeal the decision. Many legal experts and commentators also expressed surprise and outrage, arguing that the judge had gone too far in showing leniency. But Young Thug's supporters were overjoyed. His mother broke down in tears, while fellow rappers like Lil Uzi Vert and Lil Baby celebrated the outcome on social media. They praised the judge for recognizing the nuances of the case and prioritizing rehabilitation over harsh punishment. The implications of this sentence are huge. It could set a precedent for how courts approach high-profile RICO cases involving celebrities and mental health issues. And it may embolden the defense bar to get more creative in their sentencing strategies, rather than accepting the standard tough-on-crime approach. At the same time, the backlash from prosecutors and some in the public shows just how divisive and controversial this case has been. Young Thug is far from out of the woods, with the appeal process still looming. And his future, both in music and in life, remains uncertain. This has been a wild and unpredictable saga, with twists and turns that no one could have predicted. The sentencing of Young Thug is a testament to the complexities of the criminal justice system, and the power of creative legal strategies to potentially overcome even the most daunting of charges. It's a story that's still unfolding, and one that's sure to continue captivating the public's attention. But for now, Young Thug and his supporters can breathe a cautious sigh of relief, even as his legal battle carries on. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to let me know your thoughts on this wild case in the comments below.